Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I'm going to be looking at an early wildcard draft. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, as you can see, I have created some kind of image to kind of help us out a little bit. A lot of people are talking about, when they should like wildcard. And I just wanted to, just have a little bit of fun and just look at when I might wildcard that may help you guys out. Now, I'm only going to talk about the early stages because there's just so much to talk about. I think in the future video, I'll be looking at, wildcarding in the third international break or maybe nearer to the end of the year. Because there's quite a lot of like blanks there as well, and the African Cup of Nations is there. That is going to be a big factor. But I thought I'd just start from like the early wildcard thoughts. Okay. Now, if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video as it helps my channel out a lot. Hopefully this video will get up to about 100 likes. So, as you can see, we have got Game Week 1, Game Week 2, Game Week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. As you can see, after Game Week 3, we have the international break. Now, this is more early than usual. I think last year, the international break was after Game Week 4. And as you can see here, in between Game Week 3 and Game Week 4, not only is the international break, but it is the transfer window deadline. So, clubs will make their final kind of transfers around this time. Now, looking at this, I think that because of the Euros, because of players coming back really late, they're having an extended holiday, some players, like as an example, Harry Kane might come back in Game Week 2. That might not be the case, but this is just an example, right? So that means he'll probably miss Game Week 1. And, there might be some injuries for like important players like Luke Shaw and stuff like that. So there might be other things to kind of factor in. The other things that we need to think about as well is, the transfer rumors. If a player is going to a different club, they might not play these early games. And plus, at these early stages, we don't know how teams are going to line up. We're just trying our best to kind of predict, right? And, anything can happen, really. And there might be some selections that we have completely did wrong, and we want to make those changes and adjustments right away. Most FPL teams that I'm not seeing a lot of Manchester City players, and that's completely understandable. We don't know who's going to actually start. We still need to see them in the pre-season and so on. So there is a lot of factors early on. But if we go on to Game Week 2, we'll start knowing exactly what's happening. Game Week 3, we've got some kind of stats. And then, if we wildcard in this international break where the transfer window is about to end, then we will know exactly who is moving to where. So there's a lot of factors here. We've got the transfer window that is going to be closed. We will know exactly who is going where. Plus, all the players that is having a holiday right now will be back and ready for probably Game Week 2, really. And we will know a rough idea on how the promoted sides are going to be doing in the Premier League. It is still early stages, obviously, but there is so much going on that we might need to kind of adjust our team early on. That might not be the case, but I'm having a look at it in this video. As you can see on this image here, we've got another international break after Game Week 7. So that is another international break. And I think that if in the transfer window, nothing happens, nothing big happens, and we can actually make the transfers ourselves without changing a whole team around, I would like to kind of hold the wildcard as long as I can. If I can hold it and I can survive and I'm doing really well until Game Week 7, I might even use it then. If I'm doing well, I might hold that wildcard and use it in December. So there's a lot of things that we need to watch out for. But because early on there is so much going on, we might need to adjust our teams very, very quickly. Anyways, guys, this is just an example. This is just an opinion, and this is just something that we can talk about. You guys let me know what you think. Okay. Anyways, guys, let's go on and have a look. So as you can see, this is a draft that I've created looking at to wildcard after game week 3. So we're basically attacking game week 1, 2, and 3. Now, this is a quick draft, and you guys can make it much better than me. I thought I'd just quickly create one. I just want to give you guys a little bit of an example. If we are thinking to wildcard early, why don't we just attack each of those game weeks as much as we can? So instead of having 2 Liverpool players, why don't we have 3, like bringing in Robertson into the team? 1 goal, 8 assists last season, 12 clean sheets, 12.9% owned, 7 million price tag. So instead of Trent, we go and get ourselves Robertson. So 2 very, very good players there. As you can see, the fixtures, the first 2 is fantastic. Norwich away, then Burnley at home. And against Chelsea, okay, we don't know what's going to happen there, but you just never know. There might be a clean sheet there. They can always return. So we've got to hope that they do something in that game. And then we've got Kufal, which is an interesting pick. 16% owned, 5 million price tag, 9 assists from him, 9 clean sheets. And as you can see, as Newcastle away, Leicester City at home, Crystal Palace at home. I think out of those 3, I think there's 2 clean sheets there for West Ham. And instead of like just bringing 1 Aston Villa defense, like from Martinez, that is 5.5, pretty much the highest own goalkeeper there, 15 clean sheets, and we know what he can do. You know, he saves a lot of shots. Instead of just bringing him, why don't we bring in Matt Target that has the potential to bring in big points in the next 3? As you can see, Watford away, Newcastle at home, and Brentford at home. So decent fixtures for Aston Villa to get some kind of return for our teams. So instead of going with 1 Aston Villa defense with Martinez, we're going to have a cheeky Matt Target there to go give us those extra points. Sancho is a fantastic player. You've got to go and check him out. I know he didn't play that much in the Euros, but he is a quality player. If you don't want to go for him, you can go for Fernandes. You know, just add a little bit of money, kind of chip away elsewhere. There's some players on the bench that you can kind of like chip away to get that funds to go and get Bruno Fernandes. And we're going to sell as the main captain here, Rafinha, because I think he's just a fantastic player. Even though Leeds got a difficult kind of a start, I think they can do really well. That's why he's there for, but you can swap him out if you want to. I brought in Calvert-Lewin in. I think these fixtures are decent enough. There's a couple of good signings for Everton that might give him a chance to get some returns. Got Southampton at home, Leeds away, and Brighton away. And you've got Watkins here. So instead of going for that double defense, we're going to go on and look at their attack. And we are going with Watkins here. That is 7.5 of 34.9% owned. And as you can see, the fixtures are very good for him to get some kind of return. Then we can remove him if we want to. And we've got Tony. That is 6.5. 33.5% owned, so he's highly owned. And if he doesn't perform well, we've got the early wild card to remove him to get someone else in. Maybe we can go for Antonio. We've got a decent bench here as well, players that will play. And yeah, you can chip away just to try, you know, if you really want to go and get Bruno Fernandes, you know, you can remove Smith-Rowe, you can downgrade the Wolves defender, and so on. You can do other things. You can go and get Diaz if you want to. You know, it's Manchester City's defense line, so there's a couple of things that you can do here to kind of get money if you want to. So this is what I'm looking at. You know, if I was to kind of wildcard early, this is what I'm going to be looking at. This is the team. There's other players as well that we can look at, but this is just an example. But now you might be asking yourself, okay, we looked at game week 1, 2 and 3, but what kind of team would we have in game week 4 and onwards? Well, it all depends on what happens in the transfer window. Example, if Harry Kane does go to Manchester City, well, we're going to make that adjustment because a lot of people would want to go for him. And for me, I would definitely bring him in. So I might actually like remove Calvert-Lewin and to bring in Harry Kane. As you can see, he's too expensive. So I have to make these changes. So I might remove Martinez and bring in, let's just quickly fix up the team. Let's just say Sanchez. So basically I'm chipping away. I'm trying to get as much as money as possible. It is going to be very difficult. And that means I might not be able to get to Liverpool defense because they're quite expensive. So I might have to go and downgrade like Robertson and go and get myself a 4.5 defender. And as you can see, I made some adjustments and I got Harry Kane. But there are it's simple enough, right? We can make transfers to make those moves to get the players that we want. However, at that stage, we might get some injuries. There might be players that he's not performing. Let's just say Tony, we brought him in and, first 3 game weeks, just not doing well. The team is just not performing well. He might be a problem. So we might need to adjust him. So I will see what happens in the transfer window and I will look at my team. If there are big changes and there's a couple of players that I want and I'll look at my team and I see a lot of players that I don't want in my team, then I would wildcard. If I think that I can bring in Harry Kane as an example, or I don't know, Jack Grealish or something, this is just an example with only 2-3 moves, then I might actually plan for it with the transfers and hold my wildcard to another international break. So there's a lot of options here, a lot of different strategies, but yeah, I thought I will talk to you guys about these things because I think it's essential that we have something in mind to kind of work with. Okay. Anyways, guys, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this. Please do give the video a like, subscribe if you're new, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.